So BMO won the Employer of Persons with Disability Award of Distinction at the Alberta Business Awards. We were nominated for the award by an agency, Prospect Human Services, whom we deal with for actively looking for employees. But really, it's probably partly been a long journey since the early 1990s to help our company really promote diversity, hiring practices, and acceptance of people with diversities into our organization. It's actually great for morale. So what we understand is that employees really want to work for an organization that promotes inclusivity and really represents what what people feel is the right thing to do. We survey employees regularly every year, and the feedback that we get from our practices actually asks those specific questions, and the results have been great and really helps with our employee engagement. Yeah, so it's interesting. So we don't. It's hard to correlate what the impact is to the clients, but what we see it is in terms of performance of employees within your organization. There's really no evidence that that customers have a preference. So it's just an accepted part of our business, and our employees tend to do quite well, provided any barriers to their success has been removed. So I think customers have indicated that they're quite comfortable with our work in that area. Again, the same thing. It's hard to correlate, but certainly we don't see any sort of a negative impact to productivity. In fact, we believe because it helps us improve our overall employee engagement, the likelihood is that it helps us improve our overall performance in the company. So we view it as a positive thing for us, and certainly if we help employees be successful, whether they're employees, able-bodied employees or employees with disability, at the end of the day, successful employees stay with the company, and that really helps us perform better as an organization. I think it starts at the top with leadership. Don't expect your employees or your lower level leaders to embrace it if you don't walk the talk as a senior leader in your company. And that applies whether you're an individual employer or whether you're a larger organization as us. You have to walk the talk, and then you need to understand that not everybody in your organization is going to understand how to proceed, and may be a little bit scared about how to go about things or how to meet the needs of somebody who has accommodation requirements, that sort of thing. So it's being prepared to support people through that and support your leadership through that, I think, is critical. And the other thing I think is important is to understand that sometimes accommodation needs are not as difficult as people might think. So for an example, within BMO, we know that the average cost of accommodation in our company is only about $500. So it's not, well, sometimes yes, it can be more. On average, it's quite nominal.